Okay, guys, what's good? Oh my gosh, my keys just fell down here. Don't worry, I'm not driving anywhere. So, guys, I wanted to talk about dating guys as a pansexual. I need some advice, honestly, because I keep on finding the most problematic guys, or not necessarily the most problematic guys, because a lot of them, appear sweet. They have like this nice facade up and stuff. Oh my gosh, that just made everything so much darker. Oh well. It's winter time. Whatever. Should I? Okay, you guys, look. I have this up, but because it's not snowing anymore, I think I can justify taking it down. Oh, how do I do this? Let's remove this. Get some light in here, and respectfully close up the American flag. Imitation. Yes. All right, it's lighter now. Should get. Well, I don't know how much that actually did. Anyway, guys, I digress. So, I don't know. I went on this date with this guy named Josh. He was working at Market of Choice as a baker, and we've kind of like interacted beforehand, before we went on a couple of dates. But we matched on Tinder, slid into my DMs, saying like talking to me, and then mentions that, oh yeah, we've had like conversations before and stuff. I was like, oh word. And he was like, yeah, I was the guy with like the bleach blonde hair. And I was like, oh, okay, you were that guy. Yeah, I was definitely getting off some queer vibes from that. But I don't know, I guess when he came over, we hung out, we like watched TV and stuff. And then, the chemistry was there, and so I was just like, let's, I don't know, I was kind of feeling it, so I was like, let's get up to some, fun stuff. And then he, drops his pants, ready for me to, fuck him in the ass, and I'm just like, bro, I appreciate that you prepared yourself for this occasion, but, what about us talking said that I was gonna raw dog you, right here, right now, on our first date? Not saying I haven't done stuff like that, but, that's not who I wanna, I'm not looking for just, a hookup or stuff. I'm definitely not just looking for a hookup with someone that is never going to be in my life again. I'm all about, communication and saying hey, we may not find each other romantically interested, we may not find each other in a attracted to each other in a romantic sense, but if we're attracted to each other in general, I'm totally fine having some fun, and having a kind of a friends with benefit situation. I have a few of those, and some of those relationships have been the most rewarding, mutually beneficial relationships I've ever had, superseding the sex. But this guy, he was wanting it, but I was just like, nah, I'm not doing that. And then we had another day, and then we had another day, and on both of those 2 dates we did end up doing stuff, but we didn't have sex. But the last 2 times, he said oh, he had a migraine and that's why he had to leave. Keep in mind, we were hanging out for hours, and so I was and the 2 times when he said that he needed to go because he had a migraine, I was fine with that, because I was I need my alone time. I can only watch so much Lady Gaga. I can only watch so much Beyonce. And as someone who's a Taylor Swift fan, I can only watch so much Taylor Swift. I can only watch so much T-Swift. But yeah, so he ends up so on our 3rd and final day, he ends up dipping out because he has a migraine because of some sort of back issue that he had to do with his spine and whatever. Now he's prone to getting headaches, and if that's true, then fuck you, good. You're an asshole. He told me that he would text me when he got home. He didn't. like, oh my gosh, I don't really care, because I do the same thing. I always forget. But in the morning, he texted me, good morning, and then he told me, oh, sorry, I didn't tell you that I got home all right. And I was like, good morning. Yeah, no worries. I figured he just went straight for the Tylenol and then hit the hay. And then I heard nothing from him. And about 3 to 4 days go by, and then I go into Market of Choice, and I see this motherfucker, but I'm not going to give him the gratification knowing that I see this motherfucker, so I just go about my business. And then I check out, and on my way out, I hear a faint Ricky in the distance. I turn around, it's him, he's calling me over to the bakery, so I go over, I'm like, okay, I'm willing to be entertained. And he's just like, oh, what are you doing? Like, I thought you would be in Canada right now. Red flag right there, because I was like, bro, I said I'd be in Canada after I drive home to Washington, D.C., and then when my lease is over, I will drive back, but through Canada. So, first, fuck you. Fuck you. You weren't even listening in the first place. And then he was just like, oh yeah, like, I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you. I've just been really busy, talking to me like I was fucking born yesterday. No, fuck you. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. And I was just like, and then I just like, yeah, well, I have engine problems, so who knows when I'm gonna be actually leaving. And then I left. And then like an hour or so later, I received a text message from this guy. He sends me a message saying like, oh, I'm so sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable. I just thought you were out of town, so I was like confused when you were here. I hope you have really good travels and safe and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, and then I was like, should I respond to this guy? Should I really respond to this guy? Guys, I responded to this guy. I'm gonna put the text right here, whatever. I'm gonna put the text here, but what I essentially said was that I'm under the impression that you're not attracted to me anymore. You're uninterested in me, and so when you called my name, I was taken by surprise. That was my response. I heard nothing from him. It's been probably, I might be making this up, it's been almost a week, I feel. It's been almost a week. 5 days max. 5 days max. And I'm so happy for myself that I said that, because I would have wanted to say it, but I wouldn't want to come off like unattractive or unappealing. And I'm like, this guy already thinks that of you for some odd reason. And he just doesn't want to be upfront with you. He was fine when he was sucking on your dick. He was fine when you were picking him up in your arms, making out with him. That was all fine. But showing me common decency and just being straight up like, hey bro, like, I just wanted to meet up with you to fuck, and you weren't really delivering on that, I would be like, damn, that says a lot about you, but whatever, fair enough. Like, I was kind of just wanting a connection like that, but yo, he didn't even have the balls to do that. And this is coming from a guy, this is a little bit too much, this is coming from a guy who is on antidepressant medication, and I still made him fucking hard. I still did. Gave him the best ever. Fucking treats me like this. And this guy's a motherfucking white boy, so I know it was the best head he's ever gotten in his life. And this has nothing to do with race, guys. This has everything to do with experience and willpower. Because maybe this can help answer my problem. I deliver hard. Like, you're not gonna have any complaints whatsoever from me, sexually speaking. Like, I get off by getting you off. Not you, but said partner. I don't know. I'm always polite. I'm a gentleman. I'm sassy, so I'm not a pushover, but I feel like people still think I'm a pushover, or people just don't value me, my existence. And it's just really frustrating, because a lot of queer culture comes from the Black community, and a lot of queer guys, particularly white guys, will have all this fun and admiration for my culture and stuff. But then when it comes to like treating people, my culture, people who look like me with just common decency and respect, it can't be found. They can't be bothered for that. And so I'm like, wow, you're a typical white liberal neocon who likes the good stuff but doesn't want to actually do the work of actually living up to your so-called ideals. And this is a common occurrence, and I know a lot of people in the black community, or a lot of people of color anyway, would just like, stop fucking around with white boys. And I'm like, I don't think that's doable, really. That's what I'm attracted to. It's what I grew up around. I'm attracted to, like, basically every race. I'm really not that type of person who is like, ooh, you're Middle Eastern, so no thank you. No, I like fucking Middle Eastern. No, they're fucking good looking. No, but, you know, you date what you're around, you date what you know, and what I know is white boys, and these white boys keep on fucking treating me like trash. Black men also are kind of trash, but that's for different reasons. Yeah, for different reasons. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is kind of actually therapeutic. Maybe because like I always, after all these like undesirable situations, these encounters, I always come off with the takeaway of you just need to be more upfront with what you want, what you expect. But some of these conversations we can't even get there because they're so superficial, because these motherfuckers are only caring about like if Lady Gaga is like serving, if she's like mother, and I'm like, I'm not that gay. Like, I have a personality that's not my sexuality. So that's my problem with guys. And with girls, it's just, I meet so many close-minded women who will find out that I'm pansexual and immediately like be turned off by that. But then also there's a lot of women who I find to be kind of the same as these gay men who kind of just see me for stereotypes, and when I don't deliver on that stereotype, they're disappointed and uninterested in me. Not saying all women, because I've definitely had some really impactful, meaningful relationships. Even my last relationship, which was with a girl, even though that didn't end ideally, I still learned a lot about myself during that time. It's just like, it seems like the dating pool is very difficult in general, and then when you add on not being able to read other people's minds and people not being communicative with you, it's just, it wasn't too long ago that I would just let it mentally like drain me. I would just hyper fixate on it and just be like, oh, I'm too fat, oh, I'm too opinionated, oh, I'm too black, oh, my hair is too curly, oh, I talk too white, oh, I don't talk white enough. Or I'm just like, I find myself more and more being, generally speaking, unrelatable, but also one of the most relatable people in terms of like social dynamics. I'm good at talking with people, but not everyone is good at talking with me, I guess. I don't know. This is not me saying I'm done dating in general, but it's just like it's really tiring. Like, I really want to experience a nice, healthy relationship for a long term, and so far the cards haven't dealt me that. Granted, I move around a lot. There are people who want to preemptively decide to not even entertain the idea of being in a relationship with me. But I think the thing that's the most ironic part about that is, like, if someone wanted me to stay, like, I would stay. Like, I have ambitions, I have things that I want to accomplish and things that I'm going to accomplish, but I'm young, I'm in my early mid-20s, like, this is the time to kind of just do stuff that doesn't make sense and kind of follow the affairs of the heart. Until then, looks like I'm going to be spending eternity trying to figure out how to attract healthier people who aren't just gonna be interested in me and for sex or stuff like that. And then bye-bye. Remember guys, I post new videos every single day, so make sure you subscribe so you're notified of all future posts. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Peace. Bye.